Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we're going to do something we never do on this channel. We're going to talk about an ongoing trial. I don't do it because, well, for a whole bunch of reasons. But one of the main ones is if you start commentary on a trial, as soon as the next day rolls around and there's a new development, people want commentary on that. And then the channel turns into court TV, and I just really don't have any interest in that. So I normally don't comment on ongoing trials as far as the developments in the case. This is a little different because it's not really about the trial, the question anyway. I understand that you don't normally talk about trials that are happening right now, but could you maybe make an exception or at least send me a message? Because after watching the full video of the Wright case, I don't understand how they can get a conviction. I do not believe that cop meant to kill him. I don't believe that cop meant to kill him. Prosecution doesn't believe that cop meant to kill him. The charges reflect that. The officer is not charged with murder, charged with manslaughter. Intent, meaning to do it, that's not part of it. That is not part of it. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an expert on the statutes up there, but a plain reading says that it's really revolves around culpable negligence and the reckless handling of a firearm. Watch the video again and see if you see that, because intent isn't part of this. As far as intent goes, the strongest evidence would be her shouting, "Taser, taser, taser," showing that she didn't intend to do it. That's also the strongest evidence, in my opinion, for reckless handling of a firearm. I think what's going on is that we are so accustomed to prosecutors either overcharging law enforcement so they can get political brownie points, or undercharging them so they can get any conviction at all, or they want to let their buddy off, that we don't know what to do when the charges actually reflect what's in the video. This is probably the best charging I've ever seen when it comes to a case involving law enforcement. What seems apparent in that video is directly reflected in the charges. Now, maybe the defense has more evidence, maybe the prosecution has more evidence, but based on what we've seen, those charges are appropriate. So, to put it into another perspective, I noticed that you have that your profile picture is a scene from a movie. And I want you to think about that movie and understand the cops would not have cared whether the car went over a bump or not. They shot Marvin in the face. And that's what you're talking about right now. That's the type of charge you're looking at. So the defense has a huge uphill battle, because basically they have to demonstrate that what is seen in that video didn't happen. So I don't really know that this is a trial that is going to determine guilt or innocence. I think it's going to be more of a trial that's determining between man one and man two, and what the jury sees as far as that's concerned. Just when you're looking at cases like this, make sure you understand the statutes behind the charges, because if you don't, you might have an opinion that isn't based on the realities of the legal system. And the other part to remember is when you're talking about it at this point, you're not really talking about justice anymore. You're not talking about morality. You're not talking about all these ideals. You're talking about law, what's written down. Legal and moral and legal and justice, those aren't always the same thing. They rarely are. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.